Good afternoon, garden friends. Today, I'm going to be working in zone 6. I have a lot to do. I am actually behind the 8 ball. Things are blooming, and I still got things to plant, to clean up, just the whole 9 yards. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I'm going to be working on in zone 6. All right, so as I stated, this is zone 6, which goes from my phlox all the way down to where you see the sunshine ligustrum right there. And this is the thing, guys. I am hustling for time to get things cleaned up in the garden because that hydrangea, which is an Annabelle, I want to get in the ground because I find that my hydrangeas do better in the ground. Get this other Lenten rose trimmed back. That is a hydrangea back there. I don't know which one it is. I think it's an invincible. Nothing sprouting yet on it, but I am noticing on some of my hydrangeas, I have buds, but I want to get that one trimmed back because I do believe it grows on new wood. Candytuft, as you can see, has tons of buds on it. This here is my guara that I need to get cleaned out. And then also that hydrangea that is in the wine barrel is also going to be placed in the ground. And then I have some plants that I'm going to be putting in here, getting that other phlox cleaned up. And as you can see, I have candytuft lined up down here, but I think the squirrels have been doing a number on digging with them because I had it to where it would always connect. But I did get some extra from Growers Outlet that I'm going to be placing in here. So I got a lot of stuff in zone 6 that I have to get done. I'm gonna just get busy working and then I will show you guys when I am all done. But you can see how the garden looks and how it'll look when I'm finished with it. And these are the extra, or the plants that I did get from Growers Outlet. Like I had some extra Lenten rose that I'm gonna be putting in this garden along with the Dusty Millers. There is the candytuft that I'm going to get in there. And then these are some irises that I had overwintered that I'm gonna put also back in this bed. So that's what you guys are gonna see that I've gotten done. And then I'm gonna get the beds mulched. Now, one of the things that I'm gonna do, because I did go in and get my candytuft hydrangea cleaned up, and you can see all that new growth on the bottom because these guys grow on both new and old wood. My phlox, because I did not stay on top of it, and I'm doing something a little different in the barrels, is I'm going to go ahead and get that trimmed back hard, and then I'm going to put in one of the new phlox that I got from Growers Outlet on the side of each one. And then my hydrangea here. This is a, what is this? Lime Prime. And as you see, I got growth on there, but I'm gonna go in here and get all of these little spindly branches, anything that is crossing over. While some of this stuff do have buds on it, I'm still gonna clip it to clean it up. Because one of the things in the Master Gardener class, that they talk about is You want to make sure that you have good air circulation. Open this up, and this is growing really, really well. So I'm going to be sparingly, but like I said, these little spindly branches, I'm going to get off of here so that we do have the air circulation. And I have 3 of them that I'm gonna have to do right there and that one down there. And then I'm gonna feed them and then go ahead and get this area. I got a couple of other ones. I think these guys are these 2 because they are already got their buds. I believe these guys are quick fires because I was looking at my limelights and none of my limelights have any buds on them, and they usually do that like later on in the season. But between the endless summers, my tiny tufts, and my quick fires, and apparently my lime primes have buds on them. So I don't know if it's the craziness of the weather, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys cleaned up. And then I got some plants, some more candytuft in any of these little spots that I don't have anything. Because like I said, I don't know if they got dug up or what the situation is going to be, but I want it to spill over the wall when they come to full maturity. All right, so let me go ahead and get this done. All right, garden friends, I have finished zone 6 and it was no joke. But one of the things that I was able to do was, ooh, that sun is just right behind me, was my hydrangeas cleaned up. I planted some new plants, which I'll show you what those guys are, but it looks so nice. I did not realize zone 6 was a lot bigger than zone 7. So let me turn my camera around and I will show you how everything looks and what I did. Okay, so this is where zone 6 starts. As you guys saw, I did have some phlox in there, but it was looking a little ratty. But what I ended up doing was I took those out and laid them in like one of those flat trays with some soil, because as you know, with phlox, they end up having roots run along the flowers. So I'm propagating those to see if I can get some more new ones out of that. But then that is the new 21st century phlox, a new version. Looks a little weepy because of it being freshly planted. And then the other thing, guys, I am in the process of tagging my stuff so that when I talk about it, I am able to reference it. I ended up putting a little bit of the Dusty Miller. I think that silvery look will look gorgeous in here. This here, let me move my shadow out of the way. This here is my allium. I have a hydrangea, which this one here is an Annabelle. Now, while there may be a lot of sun on here, our other big project that we're going to be doing in the vegetable garden will add shade to it. I cleaned up the rest of my hellebores. Look at those. Aren't those just gorgeous? Got my roses trimmed back, did my candytuft, and then just cleaned up the garden bed. Now those here, back there, are my black-eyed Susies, because I want to make sure that I have fall interest, because they're just the little guys. And then my new candytuft that I have lined up the entire bed. Doesn't that look gorgeous? I so love it. All right, in that back corner there, those are my catmen, the low walkers. Those guys are gonna get, I think it said, 24 inches tall. But my thing was, even though I have my tiny tough hydrangea there, it'll still end up giving me some color in the back garden. And one of the things that I like to do, while I like it to be structured, I also like to put in little plants to where you come around the corner and not realize something was there. Now those two plants on the opposite side of the barrel is a guara, but it's a different version that I actually got last year at the Master Gardener's plant sale. And then I mimicked the same thing with that wine barrel. But doesn't that candytuft just look so nice lining up the bed? One thing that I'm doing with my daffodils, because they say, and also learned in the Master Gardener class, that while after they bloom, they may not look as pretty, but you are not to cut them back until the leaves get wilted. So because one of the things that I'm doing is I've started seeds of gumfrena. And because gumfrena about 2 feet tall, 2 feet wide, I'm gonna be planting some here in front of the daffodils to sort of camouflage them dying back, but also having color in the garden. But yeah, I like the fact that everything is very nice and neat here in the garden. Look at my rose bush. I cannot wait until that blooms. And I think these ones here are pink, white, and pink. My hyacinths, these guys have not bloomed yet, so they should be blooming pretty soon. My quick fires all have leaves on them. That's just gonna look gorgeous. And so does it my lime prime. So that's looking good. And then, like I said, just repeated the same thing within the barrels. Some plants that I ended up getting from Growers Outlet. Those three here are the blue glow grass. And I'll put a photo up so you can see the picture. Those irises back there are ones that I ended up overwintering. And then you can see in the back corner there that I also have some cannas that are starting to pop up. Everything is looking really, really good in zone 6. Just turn this around. Oh. And then right back there, I gotta water him, is my blue globe glow thistle. And I'll put a picture of that up too. That I also got at Growers Outlet. But guys, doesn't that look so nice? The garden is nice and clean and ready for me to be able to enjoy. But yeah, the different areas where I have daffodils, I've more than enough gumfrena seedlings that I am going to be able to work in the garden anywhere where there are daffodils to camouflage them dying back. And the fact that Gumfrina likes full sun. This is a full sun area. All right, guys, 5 more sections to go in this backyard. But like I said, this is the best way that I know how to manage my garden and be able to get things done. I'll be working on the other 5 sections back here, and I'll take you along with me on that journey. Well, thank you again for visiting Inspiring Garden Corner. And if you enjoy my content, please like, share, and subscribe, and take this journey with me because I so welcome it. And I look forward to you checking out my next video.